everybody, welcome to my channel as the garden turns. I'm trying to get this in focus here. All right, so today is Saturday, and that means that it's date night here in my household today. So we're not going to do one of my destination date nights today, but we are going to do a date night dedicated to all of my subscribers. So I hit 2,200 subscribers this week, and I went over the other 2,200 in the past couple of days, but I want to thank all 2,200 people who have subscribed and who have been sending me some of the most wonderful messages that ever. I do try to post frequently so y'all can follow and see what I'm doing here. I cook every day, and I don't tape every day, but I try to record as much as I can so you guys can cook the same things that I cook. So today's date night is going to be an elegant date night, like I said, dedicated to my subscribers. All right, so today for dessert though, y'all, I'm doing a French dessert. Okay, it's called the Clio. Let me look at this again, cause I don't want to mispronounce it. Clafoutis. So this is a peach clafoutis. Okay, and that's basically a peach custard. Okay, so what we want to do is I sliced up 2 peaches. I have been eating these. You really only need 1 because it's going to be a recipe for 2. But I love peaches so much that I'm going to have a double batch here, and then I'm going to put some on top once the clafoutis is done. Okay, this is some really nice. These peaches right now are prime. They're sweet. They're good. Man, I love me some peaches. My grandmother and them used to have a peach tree, and we would go out and pick the peaches and then try to sell them to our uncle. Well, to our uncles, aunts, whoever would be crazy enough to buy them. And the messed up thing is that most of them wasn't even ripe. We just wanted money to go buy candy. It was a little corner store that we used to go to, and we would buy candy after we sold our peaches. But the peaches were rarely ever ripe. So I started not liking them because I never could get one that was right. So yeah, that's my history with peaches. My grandparents had some of everything. They had a grapevine, peach tree. My grandfather had a garden. He had a strawberry patch. He had so much. And what's sad is that I didn't care back then. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could go back and actually talk to them. You know, and get like some of their tips on gardening and stuff like that. But I am glad that I ended up with a love for it after I fought it for so many years. Okay, let me get to making this because I know y'all get tired of me talking. Okay, so like I said, I actually did 2 peaches. So I'm going to give you guys the recipe for the 1 because this is a recipe for 2, but it's going to, well, actually you could feed 4 with this. But you only need 1 peach. So you're going to need your 1 peach. You need a 1/2 teaspoon of lemon juice. A 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. Two tablespoons of sugar. And 1 teaspoon of flour. All right, then you want to mix this together here. And then we're going to let this sit. I actually might end up putting all of this into my clafoutis. And it just be filled with peaches. So you want to mix this well and then set this aside and let some of those juices come out of the peaches. And while we're doing this, while that is doing its thing, we're going to make the custard filling. Okay, now let's do the filling. So you're going to need 1 egg, 1 egg yolk, a 1/4 cup of sugar, Okay, and then you want to blend this together. Okay, so you want to beat your eggs until they start to look semi-white. And as you can see, these have a white look to them. So now we need to add our heavy cream. You're going to need 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. A 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you need 5 tablespoons of flour. One, 2, 3, 4. And then one other thing that you need to do is you need a skillet. I have a cast iron skillet in the oven preheating. My oven is at 350, and you want to get your skillet as hot as you can. So I've had my skillet now in the oven for quite a while, so we'll see what that looks like. So we're going to put in also a pinch of salt. And then you want to mix as well. All right, so now I'm going to take out my hot skillet. Go ahead and put in about a teaspoon of butter. Move that around, you hear it sizzling. All right, then you want to pour in some of your peach juice here, just a little bit. Swirl that around in there. Now you want to add your batter. And then last, you want to add your peaches that have been soaking and have a nice juice on them. Peach juice. And then you want to spread these out in your batter. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put this in the oven. Remember, this skillet is still hot. Let me scoop this over just so they got a nice little resting place inside of that custard. All right, y'all, and then into the oven this goes. Okay, so we are out here in Fort Bellefontaine. I told y'all I was gonna come back. That looked like that was part of a house back there. And like this is, ooh, okay, wow. What kind of noise was that? Like it was a house here and that's the chimney. You can see it. The rest of the house is gone, but you can see it was something built here because you can see a wall back there. Oh Lord, the stuff flying all over your head. That is so neat. Yeah.
So this is a chimney we came up on.
Either that or a bridge like part or something.
Yeah.
Getting up on it, it looked different.
Yeah, it looked like a bridge, or it could have been a chimney, a fire, some kind of
part of the fort. Because you can see this is like, look at the circle here.
Okay, so it was like a wall.
You see it? And then it's a wall around over there. You can see.
Oh, maybe a lookout post.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, that's maybe because it looks like a lookout post.
And even the trees are growing strange.
Like you could burn stuff.
That just appeared. That's cool. Let me get back on the path. Get back out. Get out. Get out and enjoy your city. Okay, y'all. So here is the finished peach clafoutis. It's a French custard with peaches and heavy cream and custard. It's just custard. And this is what we're going to be having for dessert. This is for my 2,200 subscriber special. I want to thank everybody that has subscribed, everybody that plans on subscribing. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. And I'm just going to keep putting these videos out. But this is what we're having for dessert tonight. This is the finished, look at the edges there, peach, French peach clafoutis. Try this recipe, y'all.
Okay. All right. So, I'm going to pull this little toothpick out and I'm going to slice this and see what it looks like inside. That is a perfect medium well. So, I'm going to slice it the rest of the way. All right. And then put it on our plate. Okay. Well, we didn't get a lot of, yeah, we did get some demi-glace, but it's like greasy. So I'm not going to use a lot of it. I need a spoon to get some of that. Okay. A little bit of the demi-glace. That's what it should look like. Okay.
Bread.
That demi-glace is concentrated. And potatoes.
We can just do cucumbers and radishes with this dressing on them.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
All right, a little fresh, our cute signature tomatoes, of course, with this ranch dressing. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. A Chateaubriand slash, what's the one with the filet mignon? It's my version of it, sliced with the demi-glace. Cucumbers, Emos bread, and smashed potatoes.
Butter tarragon potatoes.
Butter tarragon potatoes.
And homemade sour cream.
Okay.
Ranch.
Right. That's what we're having for dinner tonight. What are you having?
All right. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe.